Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of Devlog 2. Today's video will show the rest of the gameplay that featured in part 1. I'm here with Ryan. He's the one that sort of played the game with me. He's the red guy and I'm the blue guy. He's also a bit better than me at the game. But we're just going to sort of talk about sort of how the game's performing and get a sort of input on the game. And then it'll sort of give me some ideas on where I'm going to take the next, what the next step for the game will be. So, how are you, Ryan?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
So, first thing I'll start off with is, so what's your favourite part of the game so far? How's it feel? So we'll just say, what's your favourite part?
Well, I definitely like the ball rebounding system, like that you can actually use a ricochet to deflect a enemy bullet.
Yeah.
Like, you can really use that in your strategy with the guns. And the movement speed's pretty good too, like you can get around the map pretty quick, but it's not too quick that it's uncontrollable.
Yeah, so with that, because it was the prototype thing, it did get played quite a bit. So I actually had time to sort of do a lot of tweaking to all that kind of stuff. I was pretty happy with the speed and stuff, and the bullet speed it's meant to be quick. That's another thing. We'll move on to the shotgun. So first of all, how'd the shotgun feel? Was the bullets firing too fast? Does the shotgun bullets bounce too many times? I think the shotgun bullet actually bounces twice and then kills itself.
Yeah, I think it's much shorter than the bullet.
Yeah.
Your standard pistol bullets. I think that's a really good feature in the game because obviously, if you're trying to, if you fire your shotgun and then you fire a couple of pistol bursts after, which you'll see me do a couple of times, it actually becomes nearly impossible to dodge.
Yeah.
But by dropping the bullet deflection, you can actually read the bullets a bit better.
Yeah.
Move around them.
Definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, I think the shotgun's pretty balanced at the moment.
Cool.
And it's quite an exciting thing because you can fire a shotgun burst and then follow it up with a few pistol bursts to kind of scare your enemy.
Yeah.
Which is quite fun. So yeah,
that's good. Strat. Yeah. So what about the spread of the shotgun? Because at the moment it's at, I think it's like 20 degrees in total.
Yeah.
That's sort of the radius of it, and it just sort of arcs out. Is it too tight?
I reckon it's pretty good at the moment. Like, yeah. When you were thinking about the shotgun, the only other suggestion I suggested to you is having random bullet spread.
Yeah.
But I think now seeing it in game and playing it in game, I reckon it's better having a mapped path.
Yeah.
So it gives your opponent a bit more chance of trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, totally.
So,
yeah. That was sort of my mindset towards that was, since we already have sort of heaps of bullets flying at each other, it gets pretty stressful and high tense. Especially
only having one life at the moment.
Yeah.
Like that, it makes you think about the game and your movement a wee bit more.
Yeah, exactly. While we're still on the shotgun,
yep.
I'll just sort of mention there's this. You'll notice that the shotgun will rotate upwards. I think some of the bullets do that as well. That was just something. I'm not really sure what I did. I think I've just clicked something wrong somewhere when I was implementing it, but I was just trying to get it put in there so that me and Ryan could get this footage done quick enough. Because I was kind of in a hurry there, so I'm pretty sure it'll be an easy fix. I think it's just animation related. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. It does look a bit weird because it was working fine before, but now I just kind of broke it myself. But that's alright. Anyway, since we have gone over the shotgun, I'm pretty happy with sort of how it feels. I don't know if I'll touch it too much after this point. I might. There's this. Oh, what about the spawns of the shotgun?
The spawns?
Yeah, because at the moment it's 1 in 3 chance that you'll get it.
Yeah, like the only thing I could add to it is maybe once you work out, maybe make the pot a bit more random at the start. Like you can see us like always aiming straight for the pot to grab that shotgun. Yeah. But if you kind of make it a wee bit more random compared to some of the on the other carriages, then it might bring more skill rather than just trying to pick up the best pickup and then winning. But yeah, it might add a bit more length to the rounds that you have.
Having the pot there is good for testing reasons because it helps me sort of get it done quick. But other than that, but since the only thing I'm sort of worried about is because you know how the carriages they're not random at the start, right?
Yes, yeah.
That also means the pot wouldn't be random at the start. But the problem with having the carriages not be random at the start is like it does make it more predictable, but then when it is predictable, it's almost safe at the same time because you kind of know where to run.
Yeah.
So the main reason I wanted to leave a jar there is so that since you only have one life and it's very quick, you always have at least one opportunity to get an item.
Yeah.
Because it takes a while for the items to actually start coming in, because I think there's 8 carriages or whatever, and I think there's like 6 on screen at the start. So there's still 2 carriages that go past, and then because I mean you can see how fast we're dying. Like we're dying very
you're
fast.
almost dying within the same carriage rotation.
So unless we make it so that we have a power up that makes you last longer, or something, or just a way to extend the life of each game so you don't die within the first 10 seconds, because 10 seconds is quite often the cutoff, or we touch up on the spawning a bit and change it. But I don't really want to touch the spawning too much because I'm kind of happy with sort of how it felt, and I did get a lot of feedback on sort of how it felt, and I sort of might stick with that. But anyway, so what do you want to get added to the game at least?
Well, as you just said before, like there needs to make the game a wee bit more added lifetime to each match, adding some sort of armor set or armor pickup.
Yeah.
I was suggested maybe like a metal helmet, like from old Ned Kelly days, like a bucket or something. But yeah, that was about the only thing or maybe even some sort of bow and arrow. Where it wouldn't deflect, but the arrow would be much faster and just would land in the wall on the other side of the map, and that would be quite a cool aesthetic.
That would be cool, yeah. So that'd almost be like your sniper.
Yeah, or just be like a faster firing bullet. And you could fire it real quick, or maybe you could even have exploding arrows. Like
I would like to add explosives,
Yeah, it would stick into the wall or something and then explode from behind, and then your character would be hit from behind, and you'd also have to worry about that when that arrow was going to go off.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I like that. I did have the idea. What was it? I've lost my train of thought.
To add a barrel, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah, the barrel. So for the shield, at least, because you talked about the shielding and stuff. Was have a barrel that would spawn. It's a different barrel to that of the power up jar or something, so it's easy to tell. You're guaranteed to get this shielding item from this barrel, right? But the shielding item is just the lid of the barrel, and like when you shoot the barrel, it will knock the barrel over and it will drop its lid, and then you can pick up the lid and use it as a sort of shield to bounce a bullet back or something. And then maybe after 2 bounces of a bullet, or 1, depending on what we feel is
we'll test that out.
best.
We'll test that out and see what's better for the game.
Then the shield would break, and then you're vulnerable. But then the only problem I have with that is depending on the spawn rate of these sort of barrels and stuff, that might be pretty broken. Because it's like if it's not right, if there's too many barrels, then you're just picking up too many shields and the game's going to go on forever. If there's 2 little barrels, one person gets the barrel, the other person doesn't get a barrel, the spawn's not fast enough, and it's just pretty brutal. But then it's hard to tell unless you actually play it, at the same time. But that would help with creating, like, making it last longer. That could be a good idea. We have to play around with that. Unless, I don't know. Another idea I had for spawning items was to have a parachute that was on a timer. So maybe like a plane flies across, and after 10 seconds, every 10 seconds a plane flies over, and it will parachute an item down, and then you could both have a chance to go get that item. And that could be a way we can sort of increase the item flow and keep the chaos of the game flowing. Yeah, so that's one way. I'm thinking I might work on that, but I think first I'm going to work on, obviously I'm going to finish the texturing for the gun, and then we'll go from there, really. So I'll do a bit of a brainstorm after this video here, a little discussion with you. Is there any other weapons you can think of off the top of your head that would be interesting?
You could do throwing knives, but that's pretty much the same as what a bow and arrow would be. We'd only have one shot, and it would throw a single tomahawk. But other guns, no.
What about map layout? Is there a type of map you'd like to see once this map's sort of sorted?
I'd like to see like a cover, like you could have like maybe fixed cover, and you can pop between it. Maybe like that could be
like breakable cover, or
like you could push cover over maybe, or
that'd be cool.
Or you could
like a stationary map or a static map. Yeah, you have a
stationary map and you're the movement. But then that might slow the game right down. Whereas at the moment you're thinking about the movement of your character and the cover that you've got.
Yeah.
So.
But then that would be a different level.
Yeah, and then you could add more drops to that level because it's more of a manageable system to work out. It's not just all this massive chaos or fire.
Could have a guaranteed barrel drop.
Yeah.
As well, because that would add to the aesthetic of the game as well as balancing as well, since you don't have as much cover maybe, or something like that. Now that's cool. Alright, well thanks Ryan for coming for this discussion and for game testing the game with me. We'll be doing more of this in the future for sure.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks. I quite enjoy playing the game, so yeah, it'd be good to see it get better and more drops and stuff, bit more excitement.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'll leave the people with the rest of the gameplay, and then I'll probably work on the game this weekend and try to get this next devlog out of the way. Probably be a week's time, I assume, depending on how onto it I am. It's more of the editing that actually takes me long to do, even though my editing isn't the best yet, but it's definitely the longest bit. So, thanks for watching the video, or if you're just hanging along for the discussion, this is where the discussion ends, so you can just end the video here. Otherwise, the gameplay will just sort of play off till I think it ends at 20 minutes. So, thanks for watching, and subscribe, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.